You won't believe what was found in the Euphrates River. God's power is revealed. As the waters dry up, mysterious artifacts linked to biblical prophecies are coming to light. From strange bones to ancient warnings of destruction, the river is revealing secrets long buried beneath its depths. Are these discoveries proof of God's power, a sign of divine intervention, or a warning of events foretold in Scripture? What was found in the Euphrates River? Keep on watching to find out. Euphrates River dries up. The Euphrates River is known as a cradle of civilization, but is now seeing a significant decline in water levels, leading to major environmental, social, and economic challenges. This decline has been due to climate change, upstream dam constructions, and poor water management practices. The Middle East has been highly vulnerable to climate change, experiencing higher temperatures and changes in its precipitation patterns. These changes have caused a reduced rainfall and snowmelt in the source regions of the river, diminishing its flow. What's more, higher temperatures are speeding up the evaporation and depleting the water levels. Many countries along the Euphrates, especially Turkey, have built extensive dam systems for hydroelectric power and irrigation. The Southeastern Anatolia project in Turkey includes multiple dams that are reducing downstream water flow, affecting Syria and Iraq. Inefficient irrigation methods like open canals and flood irrigation, which are prevalent in Syria and Iraq, have led to massive water wastage. This has been combined with outdated infrastructure and rapid population growth to worsen water scarcity. The Euphrates River is highly essential in its region, but the river drying up has far-reaching impacts. For one, the reduced water availability has led to major reductions in crop production. For instance, Syria's wheat output has dropped drastically by 75% since 2011, affecting food security. Even worse, communities are becoming highly reliant on contaminated groundwater, leading to outbreaks of waterborne diseases like typhoid fever and cholera. The poor agricultural production has resulted into widespread economic challenges, including displacement and increased poverty. The river's decline is contributing to desertification and the loss of biodiversity, further causing the region to be unstable. In addition to environmental factors, geopolitical actions have exacerbated the situation. For example, Islamic State militants have manipulated water flow by closing dams, reducing water availability downstream, and leveraging control over water resources as a strategic tool. The Iraq Ministry of Water Resources has warned that the Euphrates could dry up by 2040 if the trends continue. To solve these issues, countries that are sharing the Euphrates have to engage in collaborative water management agreements to ensure equal distribution and sustainable water usage. Implementing modern irrigation techniques and investing in water-efficient infrastructure can significantly reduce wastage. They also need to make use of efforts to mitigate climate change so that the government can address the root causes of altered hydrological patterns. The drying of the Euphrates River is a complex issue intertwining environmental changes with human activities. Immediate and coordinated action is crucial to preserve this vital water source and the livelihoods it supports. Bones found in Euphrates. As the Euphrates River continues to decline, human remains have been discovered, shedding light on the history and the kind of people that lived there. They found a giant skeleton and the body of an unidentified woman. Bones of giants have been found in a cave beneath the Euphrates River. This discovery is expected to change what we knew about those who lived there and was considered a significant archaeological discovery. The discovery of the giant bones in a cave beneath the Euphrates River is seen as one of the most important archaeological finds of the century. This discovery has led to a lot of speculation that the bones might belong to giants that lived there alongside the early humans. Or perhaps this species dominated ancient Earth before humans. This discovery is rewriting history books and helps us understand more about history and the human world. Scientists continue to investigate these bones and are trying to understand the mysteries of the hidden cave. The skeletal remains put together showed that the man was over 12 feet in length and has sparked discussions about ancient myths of giants and whether they were real. This is not the only skeletal remains that has been found in the Euphrates River. Archaeologists also discovered female remains in the Euphrates River under an old bridge. The details are limited, but investigations are still ongoing to find out her identity. The Euphrates River has been a cradle of civilization for millennia, and its banks are rich with archaeological sites. Discoveries of human remains in and around the river are not uncommon, given its historical significance. However, extraordinary claims, such as the existence of giant human skeletons, necessitate thorough scientific investigation, including peer-reviewed studies and corroborative evidence, before being accepted as fact. Mountain of gold. With the Euphrates River drying up, rumors have emerged that a mountain of gold has been discovered underneath its riverbed. These assertions were later proven to be unfounded, but were related to Islamic prophetic traditions. In Islamic eschatology, there is a hadith saying of the Prophet Muhammad that states, "The Euphrates is soon to uncover a treasure of gold, but those who are present must not take any of it." Another narration mentions, "The Euphrates will uncover a mountain of gold, and people will fight over it, with 99 out of every 100 dying in the conflict." These were interpreted as the signs of the Day of Judgment, the same thing that was said in the Revelations chapter of the Bible. Although the Euphrates River is experiencing reduced water levels because of factors like climate change, regional water management policies, and dam constructions, there's no evidence to support the claim about the Mountain of Gold. Recent fact-checking efforts have debunked these rumors, saying that no such treasure has ever been found underneath the water. The notion of a mountain of gold emerging from the drying Euphrates River is rooted in religious prophecy and has been misrepresented in recent claims. As of now, there is no archaeological or geological evidence to substantiate the existence of such a treasure beneath the river. Theory about fallen angels beneath the Euphrates. With many things found in the Euphrates River, it seems like God's power has been revealed. The Euphrates River holds a major importance in biblical literature, especially in the context of the book of Revelation. Many believers are expecting to see fallen angels underneath the river once it completely dries up. In Revelation 9 verse 14 to 15, it is stated, "Release the 4 angels who are bound at the great river Euphrates." These verses describe 4 angels that are bound at the bottom of the river, and they will be released to initiate a catastrophic event once the river fully dries up, leading to the death of a third of mankind. Biblical significance of the Euphrates River. The Euphrates River does not only hold profound significance in agriculture and the economy of the countries connected to it, but also serves a lot of importance in the Bible. It is not only a geographical landmark, but also a symbol of divine promise and a focal point in prophetic visions. In the Old Testament, the Euphrates is frequently mentioned as a boundary of the land promised to the Israelites. In Genesis 15, verse 18, God establishes a covenant with Abram, stating, "To your descendants I have given this land from the river of Egypt to the great river, the Euphrates." This delineation underscores the river's role as a marker of the expansive territory intended for God's chosen people. Similarly, Deuteronomy 1 verse 7 and Joshua 1 verse 4 reference the Euphrates when describing the extent of the Promised Land, highlighting its importance in the Israelites' territorial inheritance. The Euphrates has also been connected to the origins of human civilization. In Genesis 2 verse 14, it is identified as one of the 4 rivers that are flowing from the Garden of Eden, making it essential within the sacred geography of the Bible. This connection also emphasizes the role of the river in early narratives of humanity's beginnings. Beyond the geographical importance, the Euphrates has been mentioned in different biblical prophecies. For instance, in Revelation 16 verse 12, the 6th angel poured out his bowl on the great river Euphrates, causing the waters to dry up and prepare the way for the kings from the east. This prophecy is often seen as a precursor to major eschatological occurrences, and seems to be connected to the end times. What's more, Revelation 9 verse 14 to 15 describes the release of 4 angels bound at the Euphrates, who are prepared to kill a third of mankind. This portrayal underscores the river's association with divine judgment and the apocalypse. When looking at the history, the Euphrates has been central to the development of ancient Mesopotamian civilizations, including the Assyrian and Babylonian empires that often interacted with Israel. The river served as a natural boundary and a connection for commerce and conquest. It has also been mentioned in different biblical narratives, reflecting its strategic importance and symbolizing the reach and influence of these empires. Ancient sites in the river. With the waters of the Euphrates River declining, it has unveiled a wealth of archaeological treasures, shedding light on ancient civilization that once thrived along its banks. This has also helped in discovering ancient cities beneath the water, like burial sites, caves, and other artifacts, offering invaluable insights into human history. Among the many discoveries is the ancient city of Mari, which is located on the western bank of the Euphrates. Mari was a significant urban center and played an important role in early Mesopotamian civilization. With a strategic position, it facilitated control over trade routes between Mesopotamia and the Mediterranean. Another remarkable site that was found in the Euphrates River while the water was declining was the Dura Europos, which is located further downstream. This ancient city is known for its well-preserved architecture and different cultural artifacts, reflecting a combination of Hellenistic, Roman, and Parthian influences. As archaeologists excavated this site in the Euphrates River, they found profound insights into the religious and social dynamics of the ancient societies that lived along the Euphrates. The drying river has also exposed burial sites near Kalat Jabbar, also known as Jabbar Castle in northwestern Syria. These burials date back to ancient civilizations that inhabited the region, offering valuable information about their social structures and funerary practices. The artifacts recovered from these sites, including personal items like pottery, contribute to our understanding of the cultural and historical context of the area. The declining waters in the Euphrates River have also revealed an extensive cave system that is right underneath this river. These multi-story caves feature walkways, tombs, and pits dating back to the Neolithic era to the Islamic period. Their diverse uses over a millennia prove the adaptability and resilience of human societies as the environmental conditions change. During periods of drought, the Euphrates River has spat out different artifacts, which are often discovered as water declines. These include clay jars, coins, bones, and gold jewelry. These items offer a strong connection to the daily lives of ancient inhabitants. Additionally, advanced ground-penetrating technology has revealed some hidden structures under the riverbed of the Euphrates, like submerged settlements and architectural remains that reduced our understanding of the region's historical landscape. You might be wondering why there are archaeological sites and findings under the Euphrates River, as areas that were once inhabited became submerged because of natural and human-made processes. The Euphrates River has been changing its courses over the years due to erosion, shifts in tectonic activity, and sediment buildup. Ancient cities and settlements that were once located near the river could have been gradually flooded as the river's path shifted. Modern dams, such as the Ataturk Dam in Turkey, Haditha Dam in Iraq, and Tabqa Dam in Syria, have artificially raised water levels, submerging large areas that were once dry land. Many historical sites were lost beneath reservoirs created for hydroelectric power and irrigation. In ancient times, Mesopotamia experienced a lot of flooding, which could have buried structures under the layers of debris and silt. Over the past centuries, repeated floods may have submerged entire settlements underwater in sediment beneath the Euphrates River. Seismic activity in the region can cause land to sink, leading to the submersion of settlements. If an earthquake caused parts of a city to collapse into a riverbed, later water level changes could have hidden these ruins. Even more, over the years, civilizations have collapsed or migrated due to war, climate change, or economic shifts. Once thriving cities could have been abandoned, and then river expansion and water level fluctuations gradually covered up these ruins. Some ancient civilizations, including the Babylonians and Assyrians, built canals and irrigation systems to control the Euphrates for agriculture. These artificial waterways may have redirected water over settlements, eventually submerging them. The Euphrates River, flowing through modern-day Turkey, Syria, and Iraq, was integral to the development of ancient Mesopotamian civilization. Often referred to as the cradle of civilization, this area witnessed the emergence of early urban centers, writing systems, and complex societies. The recent archaeological findings, brought to light by the river's retreat, underscore the enduring legacy of these ancient cultures and provide a unique opportunity for scholars to delve deeper into humanity's shared heritage. The biblical concept has been interpreted in different ways, with some people saying that these angels are fallen entities restrained until the prophesied time of their release. The concept of fallen angels was also explained in the apocryphal Book of Enoch, an ancient Jewish text that delves into the origins of such beings. According to this text, a group of angels, which were called the Watchers, descended to earth and defied divine commandments. They also engaged in forbidden acts with humans, leading to the birth of the Nephilim, a giant offspring. Many connect this to the giant bones that were found at the bottom of the river. As a consequence of their mistakes, these angels were bound and imprisoned in different locations, awaiting their judgment. The Book of Enoch does not specifically mention the Euphrates River as the site of imprisonment, but this aligns with the binding and confining rebellious angels set in the Book of Revelation. The Euphrates has always been symbolic in biblical concepts, making it a fitting location for such apocalyptic narratives. It's important to note that the Book of Enoch is not considered canonical in most Jewish and Christian traditions, though it is regarded as scripture in the Ethiopian Orthodox Tewahedo Church. Nevertheless, its narratives have influenced theological discussions about the nature and fate of fallen angels. Prophecies of destruction on Euphrates River. Now that the Euphrates River is drying up very quickly, there's the problem of prophecies of destruction. Many theologists and biblical believers are worried that this action of the river drying up connects to the prophecies of destruction. In the book of Revelation, the Apostle John presents a prophetic vision concerning the release of 4 angels bound at the Euphrates River, an event that precipitates significant destruction upon humanity. This narrative is primarily found in Revelation 9, verse 13 to 15. Then the 6th angel sounded, and I heard a voice from the 4 horns of the golden altar, which is before God, saying to the 6th angel who had the trumpet, "Release the 4 angels who are bound at the great river Euphrates." So the 4 angels, who had been prepared for the hour and day and month and year, were released to kill 1/3 of mankind. The binding of the 4 angels seems to suggest that they are malevolent beings which have been restrained until the end times. Their release will unleash a formidable force, described as an army of 200 million horsemen that will result in the death of 1/3 of the world's population. The Bible explains this saying, "The number of the mounted troops was twice 10,000 times 10,000. The horses and riders had breastplates fiery red, dark blue, and yellow as sulfur. The heads of the horses resembled the heads of lions, and out of their mouths came fire, smoke, and sulfur." The Euphrates River is very significant historically and symbolically in biblical texts. It represents a boundary between Israel and its adversaries, acting as a connection for the invading forces. In this context, the river's mention underscores the impending threat originating from this region. Some interpretations suggest that the 4 angels signify collective forces of evil or represent specific nations to execute divine judgment. The prophecy has been the main topic of a lot of theological discourses, although the interpretations have differed across different frameworks. Some see it as a future event, while others interpret it symbolically, representing broader spiritual or geopolitical upheavals. Sign of end times. As the Euphrates River is drying up, many see this as a sign of end times, causing believers to be worried and concerned about the future. It seems like the river drying up is leading up to the Battle of Armageddon, signaling the approach of the end times. In recent years, the Euphrates River has been experiencing a major decline in water levels. The factors contributing to this include the prolonged droughts, upstream water management practices, and climate change. According to a report by the Iraqi Ministry of Water Resources in 2021, the Euphrates River could dry up by 2040 due to the declining water levels and persistent drought conditions. The satellite data from NASA's GRACE mission also revealed that from 2003 to 2013, the Euphrates River basins lost about 144 cubic kilometers of fresh water, worsening the concerns over water scarcity in the region. The drying of the Euphrates has led some to connect it to biblical prophecies. Although these connections seem to be related, it is still essential to approach them with discernment, seeing the complex interplay of environmental and theological factors. Critics maintain that the drying up of the river is only because of climate change and has nothing to do with end times or the apocalypse. On the other hand, believers maintain that it can't be a coincidence that the river is drying up, and at the same time it was written in the Bible and other religious texts. The future of Euphrates River. The main question now is, will the Euphrates River keep drying up, and is this going to lead to the end times? The Euphrates River has been seeing a major decline in water levels, with prolonged droughts and climate change. It has affected millions that rely on it for drinking water, agriculture, and electricity. Projections suggest that if these trends continue, the Euphrates River could dry up completely by 2040. This scenario is raising concerns about severe water shortages, food insecurity, and the displacement of the people in that region. In biblical prophecy, particularly in the book of Revelation, the drying up of the Euphrates is seen as a precursor to end-time events. Revelation 16 verse 12 mentions the river drying up to prepare the way for the kings from the east, leading to the Battle of Armageddon. Believers are worried that this prophecy would come true, especially after scientists have predicted that the river would dry up by 2040. shocking items were found in the Euphrates River. God's power revealed, with rumors about end times and the kings from the east. Do you think these prophecies could come to pass? Let us know your thoughts in the comments. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.